is our favorite. It's our favorite month. It's true. I know we say that about every month. I know Valentine's is a big one. We got our holiday party next month, I guess in December.
Yeah.
But Halloween is a fun one because we get to try out our costumes, and yeah, we've seen some pretty fun ones. We got a superhero up front here. It's Batman. We got Steven Universe floating around. It's pretty cool. We got a moth here at the front.
Does anybody know who Hedy Lamarr is? That's me.
We're classic film.
Yeah, we're space creatures.
Yeah.
Alternatively.
I wanted to wear my incredibly expensive and outrageous crown that I bought for my wedding, but it was too much, so I had to reel it in. And now I wear it literally at every event I get to. It's too glamorous for my wedding, but it's fine for every day. I mean, it can't overshadow the dress, which, like, please bury me in that dress. Yeah. But Hedy Lamarr is a genius and gorgeous, and you can thank her for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, yeah. Beautiful and brilliant, and the star of Ziegfeld Girls. Ziegfeld Girl.
The Ziegfeld Girl.
There we go. But it's a classic film. The Paramount screens it every couple of summers. Black and white, stunning, almost identical costume, except Chandra's is better.
No, not at all. That's nice, but no.
We're very off topic. Yes. So this is Ice Cream Social, so welcome. We are going to start out with our open mic and then introduce our featured readers for the evening. Do you want to kick off with the open mic?
Yeah. Up first we have Dorienne.
Woo! Welcome back, Dorienne.
This is called Ghost.
Woo!
I cannot touch you, but you never leave me. Like Catherine on the moors, you knock and knock to be let in. Incorporeal and immediate, I am powerless to keep you out. The air filled with the sounds of souls ripping apart, primeval wails, unearthly and terrifying. I crumpled to the ground as hands clutched and clawed at me. Your eyes were closed. Your chest was still and frozen. How many times had I laid my head there to feel it gently rise and fall? I kissed your icy cheek as my tears bathed your face, washing you, preparing you for the grave. My fingers entwined with your salt and pepper curls while the undertaker looked on. I spoke to you of our babies before you were wheeled away. As I unfolded our sobbing children, I did grasp then that you would not leave us, not really. You are ever present in your absence. The still open wound where you should be is everywhere. In all the life events since then, you are the deafening silence that howls, I am not here. A living photograph where you have been torn away, and that jagged edge is our flesh.
Up next, please welcome our in-house playwright and regular, Aneesa.
Who am I again?
You are Molly.
You the first one. Oh, okay. So, in October, I try and do like monsters, ghostly things, all that fun stuff. And I tried something new where all of them are related except for the very first one in October. So this is kind of a few in, but it's a world in which there's a bunch of like vampires and werewolves and regular people, like normal people, and like all these things, and they all live together, but nobody knows that they're, like the monsters don't know that there are other types of monsters and vice versa, but this is just more of a fun one. So, I will be playing Julia, who is a mummy. And then Allyson, thank you for reading, she's playing a vampire named Molly. Okay, so these are related to plays. Oh, so the name of the play is Don't Trust Me by a kind of by the 303, inspired by 303, but some of the other related posts are if we were vampires, psycho killer, in the graveyard near the house. Okay. But for this one, Molly and Julia are grabbing coffee. They're sitting outside. Molly is wrapped head to toe in material, and they're sitting under a huge umbrella to protect them from the sun.
How did you find out?
That he was cheating? I found them together. She was wearing a black dress with the tights underneath. She was leaning on him, giggling. Her foot was in the air while she showed him off to her friends. Julia takes a long drag on her lit cigarette to finish it. She checks herself in the sugar container top. Ugh, I got the breath of the last cigarette on my teeth. Do you have any way to get rid of this? Any mints? I don't normally smoke, but boy, do I need it now.
Do you know anything about her?
She has fake blonde hair and everyone is obsessed with her.
And she's an actress.
An actress? Sure.
I mean, Jimmy really isn't all that, no offense. What does she see in him?
She ain't got no need to be a gold digger. He's not made out of money. It's most likely the opposite. She's got money from her parents in a trust fund. She's set.
Leave him. You and Mun should just go back east.
Mun actually likes this town. We've traveled so much. It's hard to find anywhere we like.
Feel the same about moving Sara and her brother here. Now we might have to leave in a few years.
It's hard to have secrets in this town.
What aren't you telling me?
Why are you wearing head-to-toe clothing in 90-degree weather?
It's what's in.
We are going to need more time and wine. Thank you.
Our next open micer has also been a featured reader. Please welcome Juliana Maldonado.
I am human, and I long for what is easy. It is easy to parrot affection, smile, swallow. It is easy to believe that because I've seen fewer broken down cars and winter nights, that because the spinning of this planet has only just begun to make me nauseous, that I will always be a fool. And I wish that were true. It would be so much easier to be a fool. It is fair to say that summer has not marred my skin, and I don't know how to skin a rabbit, but I can smell the poison you put in my food. And I know that when you claim to be a saint, you are really just a praying mantis. It would be easier to hate you, easier if you spent your days feeding worms, just as it would be easy for me to give my body to the earth and feed my blood to the grackles. But this gift that I was given before I could comprehend what it was has never been easy, and no amount of saltwater screaming will change that. All I have is a puzzle and a pen and a need to solve one with the other. Faces I know and faces I don't shout suggested solutions, but all I understand is my pen. It would be easier if I had a pencil.
Thank you, Juliana. Up next, we have another ice cream veteran. Please welcome to the stage, Allyson Whipple.
I'm not reading haiku this month. Yeah, I should clarify that. Sometimes I don't.
What's your costume?
I'm a sexy liberal arts professor. My shoulder unzips, so yeah. The most bitter pill. You tell me the Greek word pharmakon means both poison and medicine. The buttons in perfect segments of H will not give us an easy way out. We stand at the edge of a mine shaft 1,000 feet above the town. Conversations ended an hour ago, scale the side of the mountain, bleed together, decompose. You walk me through the ruins of the mine, mimic the pulse of each plant's breath. My arms turn the blue-green of the agave leaves as you point out the color of each flower's soul. I see Mexico stretching across the border, across desert, across ocean, across air. You ask how long I think we've been out here. 5 minutes. You claim your watch says 2 hours, as though a piece of jewelry could be infallible. The numbers switch places on the clock, the hands spear through them. Blood seeps from the leather strap on your wrist onto the packed desert earth. I am tired after walking a mile. You tell me we have only walked 100 feet. You say you can prove the distance by counting your steps on the way back. I watch you become a point of light, and only your voice chanting out each number tells me you're still alive.
I couldn't let you come up here without telling that joke. Up next we have Sara Anbari. Welcome, Sara.
All right, I'll be reading a poem called El Dorado. It hails like fastballs, like the victory ice chest dumped by small-town heroes. It hails like beer pong. After sunset, the music's beat soaked by Tecate and kids splashing in a blue plastic pool. It hails like bottoming out on the rutted path edging the pasture, sanguine mosquitoes streaking the windshield red past the herd. It hails like prosperity's answer to prayer, frozen fruit and cracked walnuts of updraft's abundance shelling gravelly shingles. It hails like round white bosoms spilling from a windswept gown, alabaster globes on the tattered cover of an estate sale bodice ripper. It hails like sharp, dark buzzards, stripping farmhouse corpses clean, gray skeleton joists exposed to the fetishes of art gallery pornographers. It hails like glass, junkies smashing in the Dollar General, shards seeding the broken pavement leading to the courthouse. All hail the Blessed Mother pitching chanclas at her children.
Thank you, Sara. We've just got a couple of readers to close out the open mic today. Please welcome to the stage Sherry Lowry.
I want to thank Malvern Books too for hosting a open mic and a contest that was for a new journal here in town. Lindsay Lane read the poem that she had submitted that was going to be in it, and she's a children's expert for print books and children, other kinds of beginnings and endings of stories, poems, novels, and she wrote a delightful poem, and it was the first time I wanted to try to write a poem, and I'm now taking a poetry class. So this is entitled Fat Toes, Stubby Toes. Fat toes, stubby toes, stumble once, stumble twice, and stubbed toes. Plump toes, striped toes, painted red, white, and blue toes. Flabby toes, stout toes, bulky, squat, and short toes. Pot-bellied toes, fleshy toes, sad, unhappy, and depressed toes. Shoe-hating toes, stubborn toes, blistered toes, even the chubbiest of toes. No matter what, all these toes are precious toes.
I think right now mine are. Our last open micer is Meg Kerrigan. Please welcome Meg.
I am free to write about anything, but I don't know where to start with you, so a big image. I'm walking my dog down the cool pavement, rounding a familiar corner. I breathe in and accidentally remember you. Across from me in the dark, in what felt like a stadium, I remember you finding a spot on the dusty blue rug, letting our jokes, our conversations, hang in the air around us. Gestures and their lack from years ago jostle me around like rude men on the subway. The leash feels loose. You fill my hands, my chest. I can barely face the other sky. This is just how it happens.